lollygagging.
Holy fucking yeah!
Alright, what's up guys? Infantry Inc. here, and today's video is going to be about my Back for Blood Sniper DPS build. Sounds like a mouthful. It's just a DPS build. I prefer using a sniper. There's a little bit of cards here that cater more towards a sniper. You'll see why. This is what I've been using. If you've been watching me live over on Twitch or on YouTube, which you probably should go follow there, you know this build works. I've been playing, I blasted through Recruit, and now we're over on Veteran difficulty, and I am still doing insane amount of damage, helping my team out so much when it comes to all the big boys, all the mutations that come by, especially when the Ogre comes by and the Breaker. Check it out. Okay, so as far as who I recommend for this build, I recommend Jimbo over here, because Jimbo's abilities, if you look over to the card on the right there, I'll probably zoom in on the video anyway. Precision kills grant him 2.5 stacking damage until he's taking damage. Plus 25 aim down sight speed, and then team effects is at plus 10% team weak spot damage, so that really benefits everybody in your team shooting for the weak points, although you're pretty much gonna be doing most of the damage with Jim. That's the whole point of this build, so I really lean towards Jim. You can pretty much use anybody that isn't Holly, because Holly's effect, she has plus 10 damage resistance. That's pretty much gonna get negated due to the effects of the cards. The downside, we'll talk about it later, but the downside about this deck is that your damage resistance is kind of gonna be on the low side. So, you know, that's really up to your team to kind of help you out and defend you there. You know, teamwork helps so much in this game. Everyone's got to play their part. Your part is just doing damage, and with Holly, pretty much your stuff isn't really going to help with this build. Other builds, Holly's great, I'm sure, but right now we're talking about damage. Another alternative is probably Walker. Walker does 10% damage, as well as getting plus 20 accuracy for 5 seconds. Accuracy always helps when you're not aiming on the sight. So your pistols and fending off all the small grunts is gonna help you out there. Evangelo, my boy, he's gonna help you with the stamina regeneration, because another downside to this is that your stamina is not gonna be that great. I know with Jim, he feels pretty slow. So pretty much anyone to help out, even Hoffman, Carly over here, but Holly, you want to leave Holly for someone else. That's my personal take on it, but Jimbo over here seems to be the best fit for this build. All right, and finally, now this is called Veteran Sniper. This build is specifically not only just for snipers, but more to the veteran and the harder difficulties, because you can kind of get away with a lot, especially team damage in Recruit. And you can Recruit's really for like messing around with this build and tweaking things up, but for veteran, this is what works for me. Now the first card you see here is going to be what you get when you start. You get one like draw basically when you start, so you're always going to start off with whatever is in number 1. My number 1 is ammo stash. Now most people will tell you, mostly for assault classes, that you want 2 primary weapons, but that's right here is not really the case. Again, your team, if you work well together, they will pretty much defend you and focus fire on things around you while you kind of hang back and you do the big boy damage, okay, or big girl damage. Now this is going to help a lot at the very beginning, because in the very beginning with Jim especially, you're going to get a sniper rifle, which is your main gun. Then you're going to get a pistol, or most importantly a revolver. So it's going to be kind of slow, but you're going to have this to kind of help you have unlimited ammo for your revolver. Now personally, I think that number 2 is pretty flexible with this. Admin reload. Now the downside, let's not focus on that right now. The main important thing is that you having admin reload from start is going to help you non-stop shooting, because you only have 10 shots in your sniper rifle when you start, and then I believe 8 shots with the revolver. So you're only shooting so many times before you have to reload. So as you put your weapons away and you shoot with the other gun, that gun that's stowed away is going to get reload for you. So it's going to help a lot. Any one of these is a good start. I personally like using ammo stash, because then I don't have to worry about having ammo for my pistol. That's pretty much the gun that I'm going to use constantly. Staying back, helping my team, not worrying about running out of ammo so much with both guns. My sniper's going to run out of ammo pretty quickly. And the downside with admin reload is that your ammo capacity is going to be pretty much dog shit. So yeah, that we'll get to that later. Now, as you start progressing through the act, they're going to throw mutations at you, but they're not going to throw in, at least as far as I know, they're not going to throw in armored mutations right away. So what you want to be drawing next, if this does go in order based on like what you draw, you know, like act 1, chapter, let's just call it chapter 2, 3, right? You're probably going to be like around here. So you want to start drawing the weak spot damage, because that's pretty much what your job is going to be. You want to be able to do a lot of damage to the weak points to get the big boys out. You are going to be responsible. You are the DPS. Your teammates got to help you out as much as they can. You know, everyone has their roles to play, like I said. So as they're going to take out, you know, many of the other things around you, your job is to take out the big boys. You're going to have the weak spot damage. So you want to focus on getting these right away. Then you can start working on getting the bullet damage and bullet penetration up, because as you progress farther throughout the act, they're going to start throwing ogres at you, hags, followed by, I'm sure, armored, a lot of armored mutations, like you know, tall boy is going to have their spot armored up, and you're going to have to break through that. So if you have all these together, you're looking at 300, because you got to include silver bullets, large caliber rounds, and then combat training. That's about 300 bullet penetration. So you're going to be going through armor like nothing, and then you're going to be hitting them for the damage. Now again, I'm sure there are other cards that I don't have yet that have more stronger weak point damage. I like to go 50% on the weak spot damage, weak point, weak spot, you know what I mean? So this is gonna help if you have other alternative cards to do more damage faster. If for weak spot first, do that. This is just what I use for now. You know, this is to be tweaked as well as yours when you make this. If you have this, tweak it up as you go. But this is pretty much my mindset with the build so far. You want to focus on weak spot, then you get the bullet penetration down, because you're doing now this doesn't, just to add to this isn't pertaining to snipers just yet. Snipers probably do the most damage, especially when you get that beautiful 50 cal. But you know, if you have an LMG, if you're seeing that you're not really helping your team get a lot of the infected out, and hordes are constantly going at you, and you feel like you're reloading too much or stowing away your gun to reload too much, if you have to switch to an assault rifle, to an LMG, to something where you can actually feel like you're helping more, then at this point, if you're up to, you know, card 6 and you have the weak spot damage, you have the bullet penetration and bullet damage, you can switch to another gun, and then you can help out your team. But then once you start getting controlled movement and guns out, now this is going to help you be a little quicker as you go. Now you're going to be able to swap faster, to clear out people with your pistol and sniper rifle, or your pistol and whatever else you're using. So this really is a veteran sniper build, but you can also use other stuff, you know. Stock pouch is where we start getting a little sniper focused, because this is going to give you you know, 30% sniper ammo capacity, and as you know, with the admin reload, you already got minus 15, so you're kind of making up the difference when it comes to the snipers. So this is when you want to start sticking to the snipers, because this is where it gets very specific. So this is going to make you quicker. Again, damage resistance is going to be on the negative side. At this point, it's going to be around -10, I believe, because this one also gives you -5. So your damage resistance is not going to be good. So again, stay in the back, help your team, and push through. This is going to get you faster. And as you get down to combat training or below, this is when things start getting a little helpful to just be quicker as you go. Because with veteran or any harder difficulty, you're going to have to move that. This is where it's going to help Second chance just gives you the extra life, because in veteran you get down once, you only start with like one life, right? When you get down, you kind of lose a life. So this is going to give you the extra life plus 5 extra health. So it's going to help you in case you get down twice. Hopefully you have a medic on your team. Hopefully everyone has their, you know, proper roles to play. If you're playing with Randy's, Godspeed. But next we have breakout. Breakout is pretty important because I feel like when I play this build, those stalkers really target you and you get caught off guard and you might get grabbed. So breakout could really save you if your teammates are too busy. This also, as you get better cards, I'm gonna just state this now, as you get better cards, you can probably take this out if you feel confident enough that you won't be grabbed by any of the mutations, infected, whatever, the ridden. Okay, so after breakout, then we're gonna start the last two. Again, these I put tweak it as you go, okay? But I found that as I had a lot of damage going, it kind of ruined my stamina efficiency. So I was really slow, and I felt like I was, you know, making my teammates feel like I was just, I wasn't helpful at all. So I added these two to kind of help with that. Superior cardio gives you 20% stamina, 20% sprint efficiency, and plus 5 health. So there's no negative, there's only positive with this. It's going to increase your stamina, make your stamina efficiency better. So as you use your stamina, that's pretty much going to make it to where like it's not draining as fast, and that's going to be really good. I'm pretty sure there is large caliber rounds gives you minus 20% stamina efficiency, so you're already in the negative. So superior cardio is going to put you back on track to being at a normal state of using your stamina. And if anything, your efficiency is going to be pretty much at 0, so it's going to be normal, but your stamina is going to be in the positive side, so you're going to be able to just do a little bit more. Then you have cross trainers. Now you got plus 40 stamina. Your stamina regen is going to be a lot better, and then you're going to have just a dab of move speed, and again plus 5 health. So you're looking at a total of plus 15 health with just you alone, not any of your teammates giving you any benefits. But you have to take that into account. Again, synergy is going to be great if you have a good team with a deck that complement each other just a little bit. You all want to have your roles and focus on what you do best, but you know, they all have team effects, each character, so it's going to help out a lot. But this so far is my build, and you know, this is just open for, you know, tweaking on your behalf. I still have to tweak this as well. This is just what I use right now. If you show locked cards, you can see the potential cards that you want to add to your deck. Hyper focused would be great in the deck, and a different deck that I have that probably be in another video that pretty much you don't need to aim down sight ever. You're gonna have 100% accuracy. So that's a little hint there of what the next video will be about. But there's plenty of cards that you can probably get, and who knows, maybe they'll add more cards, maybe they'll balance cards, who knows. But overall, this is the deck. Tweak it as you go. This works for me. You've seen it at work. Now you know. Okay, so overall, let's look at the deck and what it gives you. Look at the pros and cons. The pro, you're having about 50% weak spot damage due to reckless strategy and Ridden Slayer. Another big positive from this deck is that you have about a total of 300 bullet penetration and about 20 something bullet damage. I did the actual math because of the 0.5 kind of throws me off there. We're gonna have about 20 something bullet damage. You're gonna have a movement speed tweaked up just a little bit due to controlled movement, and cross trainers are gonna have about plus 40 stamina, plus 20 regen. Your stamina efficiency is going to be pretty balanced due to superior cardio negating some of the large caliber rounds effects. So you're going to be at a balance of just 0, no pro, no cons, just going to be balanced. Then you're going to have second chance to give you that extra life. It's going to help you, you know, last longer in case you do go down. And the one negative so far is that you're just going to have minus 10 damage resistance. But again, this is why you stay back, let your team help you out, help out your team, and then once the big boys come in, you are the person to do big boy damage. I've taken out ogres with 4 shots with these cards on veteran and on recruit, and then that one mission, I'm not gonna say what mission and what happens, but if you know, you know, that one mission, you're pretty much going to 1 or 2 shot an ogre. So imagine what you do to smaller ones if you can take out an ogre that quick. So just a little hint there as what you're gonna do, and not to spoil it for people who don't know about any other levels. I'll shut up right there. But this is my deck. Tell me what you think about it, what you think I should add that I don't have yet. What are you running? Let me know either in the comments. If you want to see more, like, subscribe. I hate saying that, but hey, it helps, shows that you want it, and I'll be glad to deliver on that. I have a lot of fun using these decks. I have so much more. Just to give you a little peek there, I have so much more decks to use that have been given to me from friends, and they'll probably do a video on it too, so I'll probably link their video down below if it's not out yet. But yeah, I have some fun making decks on this. I really enjoy it, and yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys come up with.